Hi there, Mary Farias here with 5 Minutes is Better Than Nothing of Self-Development. We're studying my book, How to Study Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We're on page 114 of my book in chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge. In this part, Napoleon Hill is quoting Robert P. Moore, Secretary of Appointments of Columbia University. He says, specialists most sought. Particularly sought after by employing companies are candidates who have specialized in some field. Business school graduates with training in accounting and statistics, engineers of all varieties, journalists, architects, chemists, and also outstanding leaders and activity men of the senior class. The man who has been active on the campus, whose personality is such that he gets along with all kinds of people, and who has done an adequate job with his studies, has a more decided edge over the strictly academic student. Some of these, because of their all-around qualifications, have received several offers of positions, a few of them as many as 6. In departing from the conception that the straight A student was invariably the one to get the choice of the better jobs, Mr. Moore said that the most companies look not only to academic records, but to activity records and personalities of the students. One of the largest industrial companies, the leader in its field, in writing to Mr. Moore concerning prospective seniors at the college, said, "We are interested primarily in finding men who can make exceptional progress in management work. For this reason, we emphasize qualities of character, intelligence, and personality far more than specific educational background." Apprenticeship proposed. Proposing a system of apprenticing students in offices, stores, and industrial occupations during the summer vacation, Mr. Moore asserts that after the first 2 or 3 years of college, every student should be asked to choose a definite future course and to call a halt if he has been merely pleasantly drifting without purpose through an unspecialized academic curriculum. Wow. So this is almost exactly the opposite of what our current culture has students doing, right? Go to college, then figure it out later. That's pretty much what they say. You need to go to college and then decide what you want to do. Well, he's saying decide what you want to do and then follow the type of schooling that you need in order to do what it is that you want to do. And doesn't that make sense? It makes sense on a level with what our mind is meant to do and how our minds work. Our mind thrives and we get ideas and we can move forward towards our goals when we are focused on one thing. And that is the use of our will, which is one of our intellectual faculties. It is our will that allows us to focus on one thing at a time. So many of us are trained to multitask or spread our attention thin, when really what really brings the power to us is to focus our attention on one thing and really make that a good thing in our lives. So that is exactly what Napoleon Hill is talking about. He's saying that this gentleman says that this is the ideal for students. A well-rounded student isn't just somebody who gets straight A's for straight A's sake. He says that they are people who specialize and are able to get along with other people. And I think that that is such a great idea and incentive for us to provide to our young people going into high school and college. Be well-rounded and yet focus your attention on the stuff that you really truly desire to do. I think that would go a long way to helping kids understand that they don't have to do things a certain way in order to be successful. Do things the way that make us successful, each one of us successful, right? So we need to think about what makes each one of us successful, and part of that is listening to the inner guidance that we have of the desires that we want moving forward and listening to them and then doing the things that help us get there. All right, all for now. See you tomorrow.